May 2023. A small, trendy coffee shop in Chicago. A 24-year-old woman named Clara sips her iced latte, but her eyes are not on the bustling street outside. They're locked on her laptop screen. On the display, a website for a fake online book club shows a new order, then another and another. A small, self-satisfied smile plays on her lips. These aren't real customers, they're criminals. And the money she's getting isn't for books, it's for an invisible service, cleaning dirty money. Clara has created a network of fake businesses and shell companies that move millions of dollars from criminals to legitimate bank accounts. She's not a hacker, she's a master of loopholes and systems. She is a human laundromat. How did a young woman create a system so clever it could launder millions in plain sight? And what happens when the FBI realizes her simple, low-tech scam is more dangerous than any hacking ring they've ever seen? 2 years earlier, in a cramped, musty basement apartment, a college dropout is looking for a way to get rich. Clara had dropped out of her business program after a bitter fight with her conservative father. He told her she'd never be anything without a degree. Clara was determined to prove him wrong, but she had no interest in a 9-to-5 job. She'd always been fascinated by the small print, the rules people ignored, and the hidden systems that ran the world. She'd spend hours studying how money moved online, from credit card processing fees to the complex algorithms that flagged fraud. She discovered a critical flaw. Most fraud detection systems are looking for large, single transactions. They're looking for big, obvious moves. But they're not looking for thousands of tiny, random payments. Clara realized she could move millions in criminal money by breaking it into thousands of small, legitimate-looking payments and running them through fake online businesses. She started small, with a single website for a coffee company that sold expensive, fake coffee beans. She designed the site with professional stock photos and detailed product descriptions. A fake About Us page told a charming story about a family-owned business. The money from her clients, usually from drug sales, was sent to her coffee company in small, innocent-looking payments of $15 or $20. A bank looking at these transactions would see a customer buying coffee, not a criminal cleaning money. Clara's scam was brilliant because it was completely invisible. The money was always moving, and the amounts were too small to trigger any alarms. She was a human laundromat, cleaning money for criminals all over the world. Over the next 2 years, Clara's operation grew into a sprawling, global network. She became a professional in the art of the fake business. She created dozens of fake online shops, an online bookstore that only sold empty books, a clothing company with no clothes, and a dog walking service that had no dogs. The money from her clients was sent to her in small, innocent-looking payments. A criminal who needed to launder $100,000 would be asked to send 1,000 payments of $100. These payments would then be filtered through her web of fake businesses and then moved into a series of shell companies she created. The final destination would be a legitimate bank account. The money wasn't just clean, it was invisible. The criminals she worked with loved her system because it was untraceable. They saw her as a genius, a brilliant woman who had found a way to make their money clean with no risk. Clara was making millions, living a life of luxury and freedom she once only dreamed of. The bank's systems were looking for a hacker, a virus, a digital threat. They had no idea they were dealing with a simple network of websites and a young woman who knew the system better than they did. Clara was an artist, and her art was hiding in plain sight. She was building an empire on the trust of millions of people who had no idea she existed. What Clara didn't know was that her undoing wouldn't be a security team or a bank alert. It would be a single, curious FBI agent named Jones. Jones had been tracking a major criminal organization for a year, but the money trail always went cold. It disappeared into a vast digital network of tiny, random transactions. He was looking for a large, suspicious transaction, but he couldn't find one. He had a brilliant idea. Instead of looking for the crime, he'd look for what was normal. He asked his team to find a single digital network that was getting a large number of very small transactions. The digital trail led to Clara's coffee company, then to her fake bookstore, and then to a dozen more of her online businesses. He wasn't looking at a single crime, but an entire network of them. He found a single, small payment from a criminal he'd been tracking. The transaction was just $15 for a bag of coffee. The coffee, of course, never existed. Jones knew he had found his suspect. He spent the next month tracing the shell companies and the payments, building a case. He saw that Clara was moving millions a month, all through a simple, effective network of fake websites. He wasn't dealing with a hacker, he was dealing with an artist of fraud. One morning, Clara is having a meeting with a new client at a fancy cafe when there's a knock on the window. She looks up and sees Agent Jones standing there, a calm look on his face. She knows it's over. She confesses everything, telling the police how she created her system, how she moved the money, and how she was able to get away with it for so long. Clara pleads guilty and is sentenced to 5 years in prison and ordered to pay back all the money she made, which of course is impossible. In the end, Clara's story wasn't just about a clever crime. It was about a brilliant mind that saw a flaw in a system that no one else was looking for. It was a terrifying look at a new kind of criminal, one who doesn't use a virus, but a simple idea and a secret that was hiding in plain sight. For more stories like this, where unsuspecting people use smart moves to exploit the system, subscribe to our channel, Fraud Files, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video.